Their skin was covered in massive, weeping blisters.
Oh, so you telling me this skin was like bubbles was coming out their skin? Oh, you see, don't do stupid stuff. Just trying to prove the world record. I'm the first one to do this. Ooh, brother. Ooh, you're nasty. Ew. The worst extreme challenge deaths ever.
Janaka Bazneake.
Okay.
There are some world records that are, impressive. The fastest mile, the heaviest weight lifted. And then there are the records that just make you ask, why?
Why?
This is one of those.
Okay.
Meet 24-year-old Janaka Bazneake from Sri Lanka.
Okay.
In 2012, Janaka decided he wanted to break the world record for being buried alive.
Be the first world record to be buried alive. Here we go with the stupid stuffs again. Why do people like doing stupid stuff? What do you mean get buried alive? You trying to beat a world record of being buried alive. Why?
He wanted to be voluntarily buried in a pit 10 feet deep for as long as possible.
10 feet? Yeah, you got it, bro.
On the morning of the attempt, at around 9:30 a.m., Janaka climbed into a narrow wooden box. His family and friends helped lower him into the pit. They covered the box with wooden planks, and then they started shoveling.
Oh my gosh.
They piled the earth back into the hole, sealing him in complete darkness, 10 feet underground. Now, let's just think about that for a second.
Okay.
The weight of the earth pressing down. The sound of the dirt hitting the wood above you, getting fainter and fainter. The absolute, total
darkness.
It's the stuff of nightmares. Inside that box, the air would have gotten warm and stale almost immediately. The first few minutes would have been just panic.
Right.
A desperate, primal need for fresh air.
Right.
Janaka would have started with shallow, rapid breaths, his heart pounding in his chest. But soon, every breath would become a struggle. The oxygen level drops and the carbon dioxide level rises.
Why do people like doing stuff like this, bro? Like this generally don't make no sense. Like, why people like doing stuff to get themselves killed? Why? 6, 7. I'm so please don't clip off. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Horror begins. A burning sensation in the lungs, a crushing headache. Your ears start to ring, your fingers and lips turn blue. You get confused, you start to hallucinate. In his final moments, Janaka would have been clawing at the wooden box, his nails splitting, his fingers bleeding, in a desperate, futile attempt to escape. Every gasp for air would feel like a knife in his chest.
This is your fault. Why do you want to get buried alive 10 feet deep? This is your fault. Why do you want to get buried 10 feet deep? Why? Just to beat the world record? You're not getting money out of it, bro.
At around 4 p.m., after about 6.5 hours, his family dug him up. They pulled the box out of the ground and opened it. Janaka was unconscious.
Yeah,
they rushed him to the hospital, but it was too late. He was pronounced dead. The official cause of death wasn't just one thing. It was a combination of suffocation, carbon dioxide poisoning, and the immense pressure on his chest and lungs from the weight of the earth. Bro, he wanted a world record, but instead, he got one of the most terrifying deaths imaginable.
This shows you not to do nothing stupid. Because when you do something stupid, just trying to world record, this what happened. You die.
Vladimir Ledizensky, Finland. A beautiful country, known for its lakes, its forests, and its saunas. They take their saunas very, very seriously. So seriously, in fact, that they used to host the World Sauna Championship.
Okay.
Yes, I'm serious. The rules were simple. A group of people sit in a sauna heated to 230 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yo, Jesus.
Every 30 seconds, half a liter of water is poured onto the stove.
I've never been in a sauna, but I know it's boiling hot in there. I know it's boiling hot. Because me personally, I would not do this. That's just me, bro. I would not do this.
To walk out on their own 2 feet is the winner. In 2010, the final came down to 2 men. The reigning 5-time champion, a Finn named
Yo, do you see this guy, bro? This guy is boiling red, bro. This guy is basically getting cooked to life.
Timo Kaukonen, and a Russian amateur wrestler, 60-year-old Vladimir Ledizensky. Both men were experienced. They knew what they were doing. Or so they thought.
Yeah, they thought.
For 6 minutes, they sat in that scorching heat as steam and scalding water filled the air. The temperature just kept rising. Outside, spectators watched through the glass door. They could see the two men, sweating profusely, their skin turning a deep, angry red. And then, something went wrong. Both men started to convulse. The judges realized this wasn't part of the competition. They rushed to the door and dragged the two men out. What they saw was horrific. Their skin was covered in massive, weeping blisters.
Oh, so you telling me this skin was like bubbles was coming out their skin? Oh, you see, don't do stupid stuff. Just trying to prove the world record. I'm the first one to do this. Ooh, brother. Ooh, you're nasty. Ew.
In some places, it was literally sloughing off their bodies. The inside of the sauna was spattered with blood and fluid. Vladimir was dead.
Oh my
Timo
God.
Kaukonen was in critical condition, but he survived, though with severe burns and kidney failure. The autopsy on Vladimir revealed he had died from third-degree burns, but it also revealed something else. He had used strong painkillers and a numbing anesthetic ointment all over his body before the final. He couldn't feel the damage being done. He couldn't feel his own body cooking. His skin was literally melting. His internal organs were failing from the extreme heat, but the painkillers masked the agony. He sat there, stoically, while his body was destroyed from the inside out.
Yo.
The competition was immediately canceled and has never been held again. And for good reason.
Don't do dumb stuff, bro. What do you mean he took painkillers and numbing cream just not to feel the pain? So you was cheating. You was cheating. So you try to cheat the game, but the game cheated you. You see how that works? You can't cheat the game, bro. Now imagine if you never had that burning cream, that painkiller. You would have felt the pain. You would have felt everything, and probably you could have survived. But now you're dead because you want to cheat the game.
Guy Garmin. Some people are just built different. They see a mountain, they have to climb it. They see a record, they have to break it. And then there's Guy Garmin, a successful ear, nose, and throat doctor from the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Excuse me? What do you mean throat doctor? What do you mean by a throat doctor?
But his patients knew him by another name, Doc Deep, and he took that name seriously. In just a few years, he went from a casual scuba diver to an extreme technical diver, obsessed with going deeper than anyone else. In August 2015, he set his sights on the ultimate prize, a world record dive to 1,200 feet.
No. Generally, bro, there's people out there just willing to do dumb stuff. Like, there's like, are you serious, bro?
For context, that's like diving the full height of the Empire State Building, underwater, in total darkness.
Yeah, no thank you, bro.
Now, the previous record holder was a highly experienced professional diver. Guy was not. He had fewer than 600 total dives, and only about 35 of those were below 500 feet. He was, by all accounts, rushing. He was warned by other divers that he was moving too fast. That he was skipping crucial steps in his training.
Facts.
But he wouldn't listen.
Nope.
On August 15th, he began his descent. The plan was to meet a series of support divers at different depths on his way back up. But he never made it to the first rendezvous. He just disappeared into the abyss. His body was recovered 3 days later. So what happened down there in the crushing dark? It's a cocktail of horrors. At that depth, you can get something called high-pressure neurological syndrome,
Exactly.
or HPNS.
Exactly.
Your hands start to tremble uncontrollably. You get muscle spasms,
True.
tunnel vision,
True.
and a crippling cognitive fog.
Yep.
You can't think straight. You can't even trust your own hands to work the equipment. Then there's the pain. A deep, grinding pain in your joints, especially your knees and shoulders, as the immense pressure literally compresses your cartilage. It feels like your bones are being crushed in a vice. And all the while, the nitrogen in the air you're breathing becomes a powerful narcotic. You feel drunk, disoriented, making fatal mistakes without even realizing it. The official cause of death was drowning.
So you try to do a world record. You had no experience. You went down in the water trying to prove a point, even though people told you that you're moving too fast, and you drowned. You drown. That's your cause of death. Drowning. Just trying to get a name on a paper.
But he didn't just drown. He was lost in a neurological storm, crippled by pain and hopelessly intoxicated by the very air he was breathing. He was an amateur who tried to conquer the deep, and the deep, it doesn't suffer fools. Sailendra Nath Roy. And now for something completely different. Meet Sailendra Nath Roy, a 49-year-old police driver from India.
Okay.
Sailendra wasn't a diver or a mountaineer. His claim to fame was his hair. No, seriously. He was a Guinness World Record holder for traveling the farthest on a zipline, attached only by his long, luscious ponytail.
So you're telling me he rode a zipline with his hair? How in the world is that even possible? Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. People in this world are crazy, bro. How?
In 2013, he decided to break his own record. The stage was set at the Coronation Bridge in West Bengal over the Teesta River. A 600-foot steel cable was stretched across the river, about 65 feet above the water. A crowd of hundreds gathered to watch. Sailendra attached his ponytail to a pulley on the cable.
How?
And with a cheer from the crowd, he was off.
How?
For a while, everything went perfectly. He was gliding across the river, his body dangling beneath him.
Yo, he's actually on the zip line. No, bro. No way, bro. People are crazy, bro. He's actually on the zip line. He's actually...
only by his hair. And then, about halfway across, he just stopped. His hair had gotten tangled in the pulley mechanism. He was stuck, dangling helplessly, 65 feet above the river. At first, the crowd cheered, thinking it was part of the show. But then, the minutes started to tick by. Sailendra was trying to free himself, shouting for help, his arms flailing. You could see the panic set in. Imagine the pain. The entire weight of your body pulling on your scalp. A searing, burning pain, like 1,000 needles being driven into your skull.
Ooh.
His arms would have gotten tired, his muscles screaming in protest. He hung there for about 45 minutes, struggling, while the crowd below watched in horrified silence. Eventually, he went limp. Rescuers finally managed to get him down, but it was too late. He had suffered a massive heart attack. The extreme stress and pain had literally broken his heart.
So you were stuck there for 45. Yo, think about it. Grab on your hair real quick. Just grab on it for a quick minute and see how painful that is. And imagine 45 minutes straight. A heart attack? Oh my gosh. Yo, people on this road are crazy. Alright, YouTube, if I was made at the end of this video, make sure I was like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notification, you feel me? I will be uploading every single day. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely appreciate for all the love and support. Y'all been showing me so much love, and I genuinely appreciate you guys, like genuinely. So yeah, catch up with us later. Yeah.